To show you this leaf. It's nice and easy. We can have lunch together, that's nice. And those blooms are kind of watched part of my very first video. What a mess. It's a really nice chunky one. I love this plant so much. Well, hello and welcome. Thanks for popping in and spending some time with me. So today we're going to be doing more self-care and just allowing the plants to slow us down. We can take in the therapeutic beauty. And I think I'm going to start with some updates. Not that I have a ton of things that are going on, good things, but you know, keep things really real here. So I'm going to show you the good, the bad and the ugly, and then possibly do some chores as well, which I always find really calming. So I hope you also find it really calming. But yeah, let's spin the camera around. The heat, let me just first explain why some of these plants are looking a little shocking. Actually, I've got one here with me. Let's start with this guy. So we had this crazy heat wave. In fact, it's going to peak again today. I can feel the heat rising. And I have all the windows open, although it's very noisy outside. So please excuse the occasional drilling and whatever. But yeah, I noticed that this guy, the temperatures did go down yesterday, but I noticed that this guy's got a ton of spots all over it. I hope you can, the camera's not really picking it up as bad as it actually looks. Actually, yeah, the back is probably, you can see it a lot more. That is screaming out bacterial infection. And I think what happened here was I'd recently repotted it into this vessel, and then we had that crazy heat wave. And I think maybe I was watering a little too much without realizing it, because I mean this vessel is holding quite a lot of soil, and I can't quite remember how big the root system is. So I might try and get this out of the vessel today and put it into a drainage pot and see if it gets any better. But yeah, it's so sad because this Warwickwiana was the first one that actually I've done well with. Like the very first one I had, it actually came with spots like this, with a bacterial infection. And with each leaf, the next leaf that would come would then just have spots all over it. It's really frustrating. I really felt that I'd got past that curve of knowing what this plant wanted and what it doesn't want, but the heat wave really didn't help. Okay, so that's that guy. I've got my Ripsalis behind me, and I had to cut this little bit off it. I'll just grab this guy. But yeah, this one, look, in sections, just in areas, there are some kind of dried out bits, or bits that you can see are kind of getting ready to kick the bucket. So I just want to have a look at the root system. I'm not sure how much energy I have for this guy. I might just keep things really simple. So let's go and have a look. Oh, there's another one. There's one more. And then this is my very first Monstera albo, and I chopped the whole thing up, and I've got loads of little baby Monstera albos. But yeah, its new leaf is coming. I think what I want to do is get it, yeah, so it's kind of in this situation. It's growing in pure leca. I'm going to switch this off, but I really need someone to remind me to switch it back on again. What was it, a couple of days ago, I was filming, I switched it off, I went out, got some food, put the food in the fridge, and then the following day, I realised, oh, the fridge has been switched off for 2 days, or a day and a half. I had to throw out a lot of food. It's so frustrating. Anyway, back to the plant. Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop this up and just have this leaf with its new growth point. I'll probably just cut that leaf off, and then we'll see if this leaf will grow its own like growth shoot. That's not the right word, but that's the word I'm going to use. All right, let's go and have a look, and I'm going to switch the fridge back on. I'll meet you on the other side of the room. So yeah, I really wanted to show you this leaf. My Monstera albo, I chopped this plant in half. So there's the bottom section. That's the top of it. And it didn't give me a new leaf for a really long time, and I was really worried. I was like, oh my gosh, is it going to spend the whole summer on its root system? But we've got this leaf, and you can see there's like some really nice white variegation. I'm not going to mess with it. But I'm so relieved. I'm so happy to see that. And it's doing very well. I mean, considering we had that crazy heat wave, I was really expecting some of these leaves to go brown. In fact, I can see a little bit of browning right here. Yeah, I was expecting that. That's very sad. I probably will pop it in the shower. And since we've got another bit of a heat wave coming, let me see how dry this thing is. I would actually like to, oh God, it's dry as bone. I would like to, at some stage, with all of my plants that are on moss poles, take the moss out and put soil in, but that's definitely not going to happen today, for sure. So I was sat here looking at my book selection. I was like trying to find a book to read. And I was like, somebody's blooming. Someone is blooming. And look, the scent last night was delicious. Let me just move this begonia out of the way. So this is my Hoya mini bell. And those blooms are, they're so pretty. I mean, it's quite a small little cluster. This one normally gives me like really big, large clusters, but I think it's just that the light is a lot lower there, and it was in a different area before. Begonia is doing really well as well, but I'm kind of preparing myself, because this begonia every winter goes into a humidity bin, and it's the only way I've managed to keep it alive. So yeah, take it in, because soon it will be going in. I've just got a feeling that, you know, autumn's going to hit, and this plant is going to go into hibernation. Okay, so I do have a couple of plants that are showing signs of growing out of their pots, like this ficus. Look at that new leaf though, gorgeous, but yeah, completely growing out of the pot. And it's such a tiny little pot, so I might do this one today. It's a ficus elastica. I think they call it ruby, but there's a load of different names. They call it black knight. I don't know, I just call it the ruby. And I absolutely adore that little dude. I've got another ficus right here, which has just shot out this leaf. And I can already see the new ones coming. Can we get in there? Look at that. And look how close they all are. And look how large that leaf is. It's just bizarre. This plant is slowly becoming one of my favorites. I absolutely adore it. Oh, is that a spider on there? Yep, we've got a spider on there. Okay, well, I'm sure it's doing something useful. There we go. It's just a normal spider. But yeah, I'm surprised about the variegation. It's quite a green leaf, but it is very large. And I mean, it does have some splashings of darker green. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But it's definitely standing out against all of the other leaves. It's looking kind of crazy. Okay, another plant that really suffered quite badly during, actually, let me just, it's the spider that I'm concerned about. Yeah, this plant is my fuzzy petiole, sorry, philodendron fuzzy petiole, and it was doing absolutely amazing things. But I feel that the leaves just got really, I mean, it's in the corner here, so it doesn't get a ton of light, but it's just, it's looking bleached, so I might actually have to move this plant. Yeah, I did recently move this philodendron gloriosum over here. It's been there for about a week, or maybe just under, yeah, about a week. It seems to be doing really well. It seems to be very, very happy there. So I'm guessing that that is enough light. And I think I have this thing where, I don't know, like I know that my home has high light, but I don't know. Like for instance, I've still got all the lights on my shelves because, let me switch one off and I'll show you what it looks like. Yeah, I mean, that's the shelf without its lights on. And to be honest, they probably don't need to be on. But the Hoya's back there, it does look dark back there. And that kind of concerns me. And that's why the lights are always on. And then this corner here, like this is just dark, this corner. The sun does kind of come across this floor, but yeah, I've kind of kept those lights on for that reason. Oh, there's another plant that I wanted to show you. My Primulina, my Streptocarpus, Primulina, African Violet, all the names, has just been blooming like crazy. And it's quite a nice little cluster of flowers. Let me just try and, oof, there we go. Being very lazy. You just don't want to focus. Okay, let me drag her out. Yeah, there she is. Very cute. Why does it look like you're not focused? It's really weird. Let me just clean the lens again. Hopefully that's a bit better. Oh, I think it is. Okay. Yeah, I was using a different cloth. Some of these flowers are actually on their way out, but these aren't. Oh, she just fell off. But look, this plant probably needs a bit of water, although those feel quite stiff. But yeah, there's lots of more little flowers getting ready to pop out, which is so cool. Yeah, I love this plant so much. Okay, so the other plant that I do want to repot today is my Peperomia orbifolia. I mean, look how big she's getting. And she's in this tiny little cup, so we're going to give her something a bit bigger. So we'll do that one. Let's take that over actually. And then the other one was the ficus. This dude. Now this guy is getting busy to bloom again, which is amazing. It did actually bloom and the blooms just fell off with that heat. And my Anthurium pallidiforum, I almost forgot to show you its new leaf, which is here. So we're gonna have another long strappy leaf, hopefully. Good things. My crystalline and pink edge is looking very sad, so I'm gonna have to repot that. She's only got 3 leaves at the moment. I recently just noticed, I wasn't sure at first, but actually my Beechii has a new leaf coming. So happy. Well, let me show you what's going on in the hallway. Firstly, Wietii just had a bloom that fell off, but we've got one more on its way. It's looking kind of limp actually. I know this plant doesn't need water, but no. I think that heat was just a little bit too much. And then I decided to put my Hoya Curtisii out here on the shelf because I think it looks quite cute there. Check out my Epipremnum Marble Queen. It's just pushed out this new leaf. This one literally just, was it this one? I don't know, I'm confused. Yeah, it was this one. This one is just literally pushed out. And then we've got this one on its way. Yeah, she's standing at quite a size now. Lineara's still not doing anything and actually looking kind of a little bit, look, they're all hating the heat when it gets too high. The humidity is just too crazy. I need to water these guys. Look at that. Can you see how dry that looks? Leaves are literally falling off there. Okay, so we might drag that out as well. We've got quite a few things to get on with. And then here, everything seems fine. I don't think I need to do anything with these guys. But yeah, everyone over here is looking really happy. Yeah, the Dracaena's looking really cute there. Trying to bend towards the window. And this one has finally perked up. She's hitting the ceiling, look. So I'm really happy because I repotted this one recently and it didn't seem very happy with me. But yeah, things are back on track, so I'm very, very happy to see that because it's one of my oldest plants and one of my favourite plants. I absolutely love this. My stomach keeps growling. Maybe we should go and make some lunch. Now I'm feeling a bit hungry, so before we get started, I think I'm going to make myself an omelette. I hope I've got eggs actually. Let's have a look. So yeah, I want this. Yeah, okay, so I do have eggs. That's good. Yeah, I'm going to cook something up very quickly and then we'll get to work. Together. So actually, is it lunch? I'm actually eating at 1 p.m, which is amazing because what I have a tendency of doing is I get up, I check my emails, do my emails, I have a coffee, back on the coffee. I got decaf though, and then I'm watering plants, and then before I know it, it's 2 o'clock and I've not eaten. So I'm really pleased that I'm taking care of myself. And yeah, I kind of spoke about my bloating on one of my previous videos. 15 years ago, at least 10 or 15 years ago, I suddenly became lactose intolerant. So I then became vegan. And I feel that going vegan really helped with my gut health and like realigned my gut health. And then 3 years ago, my hormones started going all crazy. I started bloating, and yeah, I had to wear baggy clothes all the time, which is probably why you would always see me in tracksuit bottoms and a really big baggy t-shirt. Yeah, so I've basically been cleaning up my gut. There's certain things that I can't have in my diet. Well, let's just have a quick little mouthful. I'm just letting it cool down a bit actually, because it's going to be really hot. Oh, it's really hot. So simple, but so tasty. The sweet potato, winner. Yeah, so what I've discovered is that when I eat tomatoes, almost instantly, if I'm really paying attention to my body, I can feel it racing around my system. And then the next day I'll have like pains in my legs, and I get the same pains in my leg when I eat peanuts. And I love peanuts and almonds and all of those things. So I'm eating almonds still, they seem to be fine. I think maybe the peanuts had too much salt on them. So that's another thing, salt. And some of my most favorite things like chips, which I think in the States they call fries. You know, the hot ones, the hot potatoes that are fried. We call them chips. I think in the States they call them fries. And I also like crisps, which you guys call, in America, you call them chips. Obsessed with the crunch. Oh, one of my favorite things to do. But yeah, when I eat them, I can just feel my system racing. I can just feel it racing through my system. And just like a kind of overall tingling feeling. And then the next day I'm bloated. So, I mean, I do occasionally still eat those things, but I just have to prepare myself that, you know, is it going to be worth it? So yeah, that's what I've been doing recently, and I'm just going for high protein. So the eggs are fantastic for that. High protein, lots of veggies. Oh, one of my favorite things is turkey bacon. Ooh, love a bit of turkey bacon. I don't eat pork, and I don't eat lamb. I basically only eat chicken, turkey, and fish. Like tuna, I love tuna. Also very high in protein. All of these things like fish, chicken and turkey in particular are really high in protein. Eggs, of course. I found these amazing wraps that are high in protein, and the reason why the wraps are high in protein is because they've got pea protein in them. But yeah, those are delicious, and I love to bake them for a little bit, not for long, just so that they're a little bit crispy on the edges. But if you're not lactose intolerant, don't go crazy on the cheese. And yeah, I just have to stay away from tomatoes, which is kind of sad because I used to love chopping those into sandwiches, salads. I mean, there's nothing quite like, I mean, even if I cook the tomatoes, I still get the same issues. So yeah. So I've been doing this now consistently for about 2 months. Whereas before I was kind of doing it, but then every now and then I'd get myself a bag of crisps, or I'd get myself a cake, or, you know, so I've cut out any kind of sugary things like cakes and stuff, cookies. But if I do get something like last week I bought myself some pancakes, the Scotch ones. They're quite small. I mean, look, they're definitely breaking the rule, but I would have them with a lot of fruit on top of it. I toast them with a bit of butter. I do eat butter. And then I just I got some strawberries, some raspberries, and I had some cherries as well. And it was actually really yummy. But yeah, it was quite a journey. And I think it's like a lot of things when you're having to give them up. It can be difficult in the beginning, but then it just becomes a lifestyle. I'm definitely saving money from not buying a cake every week. I used to be really bad, and I live alone. I'd eat that whole thing. So bad. Yeah, so I definitely feel that my gut health, it was all about the gut health, the bloating, because I tried absolutely everything. I tried bloating pills, I tried drinking more water, because apparently drinking more water helps. And maybe it does, but I'm still drinking the same amount of water. I'd like to drink more water. I just tried so many things. But what really helped was just kind of getting rid of absolutely everything. Sugars, high salt, highly processed foods, carbohydrates. I don't eat potato. I have sweet potato, which has less. I don't eat as many carrots anymore because I didn't realise that they were high in carbs. Who knew? But yes, they are. I mean, like, I obviously have the occasional carb because you do need that for fuel to like move around. Yeah, once I got my gut health to a stage where it was behaving itself and I could see, okay, the food is going in, the food is going out. It's not going in and then just like kind of staying in different areas of my body. And now I feel like I can, every now and then I can have, you know, biscuits or a cake. But what I'm gonna do is, instead of buying like a pack of biscuits, which are generally really cheap, which makes you question why they're so cheap. Yeah, instead of buying a packet of biscuits, I'll once a month go and treat myself to maybe a really nice cookie, which of course is going to be about 3 or 4 times more than the packet of biscuits, but it's a treat. And I think maybe the price will stop me from going back again and again and only going once in the month. So that kind of works to my advantage. But it's going to be something really special. Like, we're going to go to like a really, really lovely patisserie, bakery, and maybe grab a coffee or a matcha as well. We'll see how the budget's going. But anyway, I'm going to finish this and I'm going to go and drag out all the soil that I might need. So we've got 2 plants that need to be potted up in soil. Oh, I want to do my Hoya today as well. Not a lot, just a pretty chill day. You know, tomorrow's another day, so I can do the Ripsalis then. And maybe I'll do this guy today. We'll see. I'll see you in a minute though. Okay, yeah, I think we're gonna sit on the floor. I'm hiding still as much as I can from the sun. I did find a new sunblock, but it really makes, I don't know, it kind of gives me a bit of a white cast, but hey, it's better than burning, isn't it? Okay, so we've got some little plants to do. I think I'm going to start with this little guy, and we're just going to put it in. I think this is like an 8 centimeter pot. 9. It's 9 and a. Oh, is it 9.5? No, 9 centimeters, 5 inches. So that's what we're going for. I did bring the leckables. Where did I put them? Ah, here we go. We've got leckables. And the tray. Yeah, it's absolutely boiling in here today. So I think once I finish this, I might go out for a bit of a walk and just kind of cool down a bit. It's so nice when you can find a moment to do something like this. Whenever I'm taking care of my plants, like, this really calms me down. Okay, I'm gonna try and save some of the pebbles. Just put moisturiser on my hands, which probably wasn't as smart as me. So the roots are looking pretty good. I think this is going to be such a good move for this plant. Little potty. Just putting a layer of leckables at the bottom, just in case I want to go on holiday. Just means I can like stand it in a pot with some water whilst I'm gone. And I've got my pre-made mix. This, oh, just makes life so much easier. Yeah, so I was talking about the old gut health. Obviously, I'm exercising as well. So this week hasn't been so good for me. I've only exercised twice throughout this whole week, and we're at the end of the week already. It's Friday today. Yeah, so I need to get back into that. And I definitely noticed with my kind of mental health, things weren't looking so good. I was like a little bit miserable. I was a little bit sad and just kind of not really, I think what it was is that I wasn't embracing this new path that I'm on. Although I'm loving the fact that something new is happening, but I've just been in a rush for it to kind of like hurry up now and give me the goods, you know. But you know, the journey, it's all part of the journey, isn't it? And you've got to learn those lessons along the way. You can't just skip classes. And I think that's probably what I'm going through right now. That was nice and easy. And hopefully this dude will start growing even bigger than this. Maybe I should actually at some stage propagate a part of this plant and try and get it to branch out, but it might branch out on its own. To be honest, I haven't done very much research on this plant. I had one before which I grew from one leaf cutting, and it got really big, and then it got thrips, and then it got kicked out of the house because, yeah, when it comes to thrips, I know it's very hard to save a plant that's covered in thrips. I would sooner just get rid of the plant. Next, we're going to do this ficus, and it's going to go into one size up. I think that would be fine. So this one, I think it's 12 centimeters. Yeah. Squeezy, squeezy. Yeah, so I haven't really been exercising, and I definitely noticed that you know, my mental health is definitely missing that aspect of my self-care routine. So it's not enough for me to just have the plants. I do also need to do other things to keep things all nicely balanced so that I have energy. Like yesterday, I had no energy at all. I just wanted to lay around. I spent the morning actually, I thought I was going to get a lot more done yesterday. In the morning, I sorted out, what was I doing? Oh, that's right. So because I do everything on my phone at the moment, I haven't really properly sorted out my YouTube, stuff. So yeah, I kind of sorted all of that out yesterday, like basically like putting keywords in, and I wrote a new description for my channel, and yeah, there's all these things that you need to know, like if you want to start up your own YouTube channel. Sorry, you guys probably can't even see very much of what's going on. Come back a bit more. Yeah, there's quite a few like behind the scenes kind of things that you have to do to optimize your chances of getting subscribers. And I mean, it's very bad. So I've just learned all this thing. I mean, I've actually known about it for a little while, and I thought I put in the keywords, but I didn't press publish. I only pressed saved, so it didn't work. But yeah, so I did that in the morning, and I thought that was gonna just take, you know, maybe an hour. 4 hours. 4 hours later, and I'm still just gonna take the top part of the soil off, just in case there are any pests, eggs in there. Just get rid of that. Yeah, I really wasn't expecting that. It took a lot longer than I had anticipated, and then I just felt exhausted, like mentally drained. And not much else really got done. I basically just, like I always like to do a bit of an idea of, you know, like a list of things that I want to do, what I want to film. I have a good look around my collection and see who needs what. And then generally I base my videos on what's going on in my home. And I also I actually now have a look at my analytics to see what's being searched, which I've never paid attention to that. I've just basically always just done videos that I want to do. But yeah, so I did that. Oh, I need a little proddy thing. Got like some little gaps. Yeah, it was very overcast and kind of muggy weather yesterday. So like really, what do they call it? Like humid. I don't know if that's the word actually, because the humidity was very low. Surprise, surprise. But yeah, it was just like heavy air. The air was really heavy, and I just didn't have any energy. And then later in the day, I was like, yeah, you need to do some exercise. So I did some exercise and instantly felt better. And it's just so silly because I'm, you know, like I always have to like talk myself into doing it. And when I do it, even whilst I'm doing it, I'm like, oh, this is actually, the body's loving this. And I'm feeling better already. But it's just that initial push, isn't it? Like just to get yourself on the mat. And yeah, the reason why I haven't joined the gym, well, there's several reasons, but well, the main reason being that I'm not in work at the moment. But the other reason is that if I'm not in a frame of mind that exercise is something that I do, like drinking a cup of coffee, you know, like it's something that I just religiously do, then what am I doing? Then the likelihood of me going to the gym is very, very low. And that's just going to be a waste of money. Where's your pot? Didn't you have a pot? Well, you had this, didn't you? That's not really going to work. Okay, we're going to have to find this guy a pot. So yeah, I need to like kind of concentrate more on tricking my brain into getting on the mat every day. So the night before, maybe I'm going to start laying out my gym clothes or my workout clothes. Yeah, I'll just jump into my gym clothes, work out, and then have a shower, and then start the day. Okay, who is next? I think I want to do, I don't really want to waste this bark in there. I think I'm just going to tackle this guy. It's going to be a bit of a tricky one. Do you want to get in a little closer? Shall we? How's that? Yeah, I think you can see what's going on. Yeah, so I recently propagated my Hoya carnosa compactor. And there's the clippings that I took. And the roots, you can see, look at that root. That's just nuts. It's a really nice chunky one. So we're happy with that. Excuse the fridge, I'm not going to switch it off because it's just too hot and I'll forget to put it back on again. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tip out as much as I can. And try and create some space, but I don't want it to come out completely. I ain't got time for that. No, I no can do. And then we can just plop these ones in, hopefully. Actually, look at you there. So this one needs to come out of here. Have a nice full pot. I can see a lot of new little growth points, which is just adorable. Do you want to have a look? So like there, some new little leaves. Can you see in there? So cute. And also here. Oops. So that's good to see. I haven't really noticed anything on the parts that I chopped. But, you know, I'm sure they'll get there. They'll get there in the end. I'm really concentrating because I'm trying not to bash those new leaves. Yeah, so the exercise, definitely need to get back into that, but I've been very consistent with the food, like, and still finding like nice little things to eat that satisfy those kind of sweet cravings. Oh, there we go. Yay. So I'm trying to separate them because there's two in here. Or should I just leave them like that? I'll take these out because I want to reuse this pie. And I guess I have been going on my walks, so although I've not been pulling out the yoga mat, generally I like to do Pilates. I used to have this, well I still have it, I have this disc, a Pilates, sorry not Pilates, it's a yoga disc, and I've been using it for years and it's brilliant. And it's stuck inside the disc thingy and just can't get it out. It's so annoying. So I guess that disc thing is broken. Great. Okay, so maybe, just maybe, we can slip them in. Where are those new leaves? Oh, there. All those roots inside. Okay, they're in. And now, the messy bit. Missed it completely. Let's have a look at you. It's all stuck inside the curly stuff now. Okay, good. Let's have a look. Okay, so we've got a big gap right here. Right. What is that? I think, wow, that's done. I think it is. Just need to give it some water. Give it a little tidy up here and there. And I don't think I broke off any of the new leaves. They're still all there. Brilliant. Oh, thank goodness. Really happy with that. Look, that is going to be such a lovely full pot now. There's actually 5 in there. Ah! Oh, I'm really pleased that's done. Okay. Next. Right, yeah. This guy. We've got roots hanging out the bottom. We want to get this pot back from it anyway. So let's see what's going on. Yeah, this is not going to be easy to get out. Oh, okay, it's just one long one. Oh no. Okay, I broke some of the roots. Look at these roots though, wow. So yeah, I'm gonna separate the bottom one. Actually, the bottom one doesn't even really have anything root-wise. It's just got this tiny little root here. Still gonna go ahead and chop that. And then I'll pot the other one up on its own. Let's just see if there is a growth point. I'm not actually seeing a growth point. So yeah, that one's going to live on its own. And this one, I'm just going to get rid of the leaf now. Get rid of the ugly leaf. And then I'm just going to repot it in here, but with all its roots firmly inside. Now I'll probably also put that in the propagation bin. I put a lot of my plants back into propagation bin when the humidity went a little bit crazy. Okay. That's that sorted. Just put it in there for now, but yeah, I'll probably put that in the propagation bin, possibly, or maybe leave it on there. Okay, cool. Don't want to waste that water because this water has silica in it. So with all my monsteras, I fertilize the water, but I also need silica. I also actually balance the pH of the water, like I go all out. So let's stick you over there. And then with this one, I mean, I don't actually know what's gonna happen with this leaf. Okay, yeah, so I'm just gonna leave that like that because I'm not that invested in it anyway. Is that everything? Yay, we did it. Let's give these guys a bit of water. Settle them in. Ooh. Perfect. Nice and moist. A little bit more. I can actually see some little gaps, which is good. Because now Perfect. Just that one. I'm so pleased with them. And then this little dude, this is like half the strength of my fertilized water. Well, it's actually a quarter. Well, I did 1 ml in this water today, not 2 mils. And then this is half of the ml. Just try and get it nice and cozy. And I'll go and put these guys back on the shelf. Cute. Look at that. She's so pretty. I love this plant. She's gonna live there. And then with these guys, I actually just found this pot. So I think hopefully this will fit in there. Oh, it's perfect. There's a bit of water there. Yeah, that's fine for that guy. And so we can go in here. It's perfect. So I'm pleased I got this one done. Just gonna put it in a nice sunny area. Maybe I'll put this one in the kitchen. It's gonna be too much sun. Perfect. And then with this guy, let me just sit down. Oh, battery's low, so we'll just speed it up a little bit. Yeah, with this guy, I've got some lekker balls at the bottom, and I have all of this pon. So I think I'm just going to use the pon. Why not? Oh, that just went everywhere. Try and get that root to go down. And then that's that one. Another cutting. Oh, wow. It is steamy hot in here now, but I'm really pleased that I sorted out the plants. I've had some lunch. I think now I'm gonna go on a walk. I think I might take a walk up to Hampstead Heath. Maybe I'll do a short when I get there, so I'll put that up on YouTube and you can check that out and catch up. But yeah, I think this is where I'm going to leave the video for today. I hope that you also found it relaxing. I always find taking care of my plants relaxing. And let me know, actually, what did you get up to whilst I was doing those things? I know that some of you actually like to do some cleaning. I think I heard one person say that they like to do their cleaning, and another likes to do their repotting at the same time. So yeah. So recently I was playing around with the days of when I publish my videos. I have been posting consistently every Sunday since 2023, every single Sunday, and I've never missed one. Even when I went on holiday, when I was sick, I've just never missed one. And then YouTube sent me some messages saying, why don't you try uploading on a different day and see if that helps, because obviously they want you to do well, because they're making money out of this. As you know, the more I can produce, the more they're making. Anyway, yeah, so I did try, I think last week was on a Friday. And yeah, it was okay. There wasn't that much of a difference, to be honest. And because I think all of my subscribers, a lot of you have been here from the very beginning, like I can hardly believe actually, like the guys that I'm chatting with in the comments have been here from the beginning. Thank you so much for your support. It's amazing. And it's almost slightly embarrassing because I kind of watched part of my very first video. What a mess. What an absolute mess. Even the way the plants were displayed. Like, I've come a long ways and you guys have come with me, and that's just amazing. Thank you so much for your support and everything. And also I've had new subscribers, so I want to say a big thank you and welcome. Please do leave a comment down below. I'd love to know where you're from. If you are on the shy side, just leave me a flag of the country that you're in and I'll say hi back. What else did I want to say? Yeah, so I think I'm going back to Sunday. So this is Sunday, although I'm filming on Friday. Yeah, I think I'm going to go back to Sundays. The reason why I always posted in the past on a Sunday was because I always worked on a Sunday, and not a lot of people go to work on a Sunday, and it just made my Sunday go so much quicker checking the messages. Like, I'm meant to be working, you know, but I'd be like, oh, there's another message, oh, there's a comment, oh, and it just kind of made the day go so much quicker for me. And so I was kind of wondering, you know, whether they do need to be on a Sunday. I know that there's a lot of other plant content creators that post on Sunday, so I just thought maybe if I started, you know, if I got in there on a Friday, then you've got the whole weekend to watch it. But you know, it's summertime and most people are out on a Saturday, Friday and a Saturday, so I think Sunday is the most realistic day to stick to. And the fact that you guys still come back and watch my videos on a Sunday, knowing that all of those much bigger content creators are also posting on a Sunday, I'm proud of me and I'm so thankful to have you in my life. So anyway, I'm going to stop waffling on because otherwise I'll never get out of here. But yeah, good things. Give me a thumbs up to show me that you appreciated the video. I definitely want as many thumbs up as possible. I know that it can be, like, often you'll forget, and I probably should remind you guys maybe in the beginning of the video, but anyway, yeah, please do give me a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Come join the family. You're gonna love it here. And I will see you here again very soon. But until then, have a fabulous time. Sending lots of love. All right, bye.